Okay, we're good. We're on here. Let's watch the kill video. Okay, so and like you can't be. So I said a couple times I really like this as a blood decay. I like this. We ended up we talked about 3 tanking this. I think a couple other guilds that killed this before us did 3 tank. We ultimately decided just to try 2 tanking, and we stuck it out from there. So you're going to see me taking boss the entire time. That 30-minute break timer is expiring now. I'm going to hold boss the entire fight, basically, other than the end of the fight, because Blood Decay is just uniquely good at dealing with some of the mechanics here, which we'll talk about. And Bragg is going to be holding ads, and you know, we'll do our thing. Oh God. Anyway, let's watch me spin the beam around. Okay, so we're going. Be in a stressful situation with a bunch of people for hours on end. That's me talking. And be faking like how you really feel or how you really are. So I have a lot of CDs. I went with a lot of different stuff. I'm using Null Major, which I probably didn't need, but it's just another CD in my pocket, which I don't mind. I've got the N'Zoth trinket, the healing trinket, whatever, the absorb trinket. So I've got a lot of different tools to deal with the breath and the desolate. So I tried to structure them out a little bit. I'm always using Null Major on pull, just on this first breath, just to kind of get it going. It's really not super dangerous, but it's a little damage, and we're good. The first despair comes on. I use AMS for this one. The thought is here, right? So I'm watching this, and I want to have something with each despair. On the first one, I'm always using AMS. On the second one, I'm always using Trinket. And then sometimes I'll weave extra stuff on there if I'm getting fucked. I try to have a lot of runic power. I'm capped here, which, I mean, is probably not the best, but I'm just trying to live. And I'm keeping my eye on this, and when this is like sub-0 or sub-1, I want a Death Strike. I want to be as high HP as I could be when this expires. Otherwise, what I'm missing hits the rate. So we go. We're about to expire. Death Strike. See the runic power's gone there? So we're completely topped off. We've got a big blood shield. And we're good. What's up, Spencer? There's triage that just came in. We take this breath just naked. The breath itself is not... I think we just clipped Brock there. Sorry, Brock. So this is another breath and desolate combo. This one we vamp right away for the breath, which will kind of carry us a little bit into the desolate. I want that nice mouse over GG to be on the kill video. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait. I want that. Oh, here we go. Yeah, mouse over GG. Nice. Okay, so we vamp here. That nice mouse over GG to be on the kill video. And we're saving RP. Here's Despair again. So we want to be full HP when this expires. We're going to use this trinket. There it is. Right? Right now, if this expired right now, the raid would... I mean, he would be dead. Bragg may be dead. Many people would die. If this expired right now, then many people would die. Here we go. We got a GS there. We're waiting on purpose. Sub. Oh, we're pretty healthy here. Boom. Full HP with a 224k physical blood shield. What other tank could do this? Brewmaster doesn't generate enough orbs to do this anymore. Like that, I guess that's what you would do, right? You would just expel harm right there. Instead, you just Death Strike. And boom. Raid takes 0 damage. This one we take naked. And we've got AMS for the next one. Like heroic or something? Man, all my conversation during the kill video. What were the DJs up to tonight? So AMS here just to do it. Might as well just... It's going to be on off CD when we need it next. Okay, so going into intermission. First thing we want to find this orb. We want to pick this up right away before we start to get fucked by the boss. I know you guys can't hear Discord in this kill, but we have one person on range DPS calling out all of the lanes consistently. And I'm not looking at all, as you'll see, and I'm just relying on the voice, as I think probably most people are. So I pick up the deal. I'm trying not to rip threat or anything, and just see if I can do ad control if I can. The first breath is supposed to be baited on this lane, which it was. A call came out there that you guys couldn't hear. And I'm trying to go next to my co-tank, who's marked with star, but not too far away. So I'm not getting hit with the tank beam or the ad beam, but I'm not hitting anyone else with my beam. So I think that's a tight position there. There are sometimes I did it better than others. Don't want to be on tank. And just listening for the voice calls. I know you don't hear it, but that's all we're relying on. 100% relying on the voice. And that's the whole intermission. So we're going to repeat.
Keep it clean. Let's go.
So we basically got everything. We've got almost everything except Null Barrier's just a little bit slow. That's why we used it like right away on pull. What's up, Alit? Yeah, listen to the voice. Hey, you're probably a great candidate for doing that, I would say. Range DPS is a really great candidate. Anyway, here we go. So we just open up the same way. We're going to Dancing Rune Weapon, move a little bit into position. We're like putting our puddles back here and dragging the boss across as room is needed, right? So we can get a null in here because we're quick.
Good statue. Got him.
So that was a statue taunt that I think went on Bragg there. But Bragg handled it well. So what happened? Let's take a look. So ad spawned in kind of a shitty spot. Our clump is kind of back here. So ad spawn this way. We have a statue that goes down. AoE taunt. Right? I noticed the change on the bar. I taunt back as quick as I possibly can. But in that moment, Bragg gets Despair. I don't know if he uses anything here. You can see he's in green stagger, yellow stagger. But his HP is completely full. Really good. Nice job. He walled. Yeah, that's a good wall. That's a good wall. I tried to get it off you, man. That's just like that instant of time. Fuck. But good job. Easy. So we don't end up... We didn't use our AMS. I think I'm talking about it on the kill. I'm going to spin the boss around like a fucking bozo here in a little bit. Next round. So this is the second Despair, which we'll get. This is Vamp into Trinket combo. Again, we're waiting till the end of this thing, right? We're saving Runic Power and try to, you know, be HP, high HP. There's a Death Strike right at the end. I mean, nothing.
Easy life.
Yeah, your statue shouldn't have taunted. That is kind of weird. It didn't. It was so far away. I feel like, I mean, shit happens. Who cares? Boss is dead, man. Feels good. Good job. That was fun to tank compared to Soccer Boss. But anyhow, so we're doing intermission. Same exact thing, right? We look for the ball. We see it over here. Like, do yourself a favor if you're doing this job and find it with your eyes ahead of time, because things are all purple in here. Sometimes it could be in a puddle. So make sure you know where it's at. Try to do some ad control here, get a grip on a caster in the rear or in the center. Listen to the voice from above. Great job making those calls. Consistent. They sounded the same every time. To me, I appreciate that. Don't stand on Bragg, but stand near him. Unleash the Hadouken. So we had a call there that you guys couldn't hear, that the breath was baited incorrectly, and it got baited to the middle there. So normally we expect to be in the far lane, to the near lane, to the middle lane. That makes it just super easy moving around. You never are clipping breath. Here we just had an error somehow. So we had a call audible. Little nice gripping action there. Everything's good. So the movement now will be a little bit more difficult. Not difficult, but a little more difficult, because we're going from center to near and then back to center. So you've just got to time it well. Great gateway there. But you don't necessarily need that.
Let's go, baby.
Yep, let's go. All right. You can do that just by walking, but do yourself a favor. Let's go back quickly. If you get caught in this situation, right? So we know center breath just went, right? Center breath just came from this direction. It went this way, right? We know this breath is coming here. We know it, and it's coming from this direction. So what do? We move over here. That gives us more time, right? Because the breath is coming from the opposite side of the room. We know that. So by moving to this side, it gives us more time for this to dissipate before we go across. If we were on the opposite side, we would all be getting hit by something. If you have to choose, better to get hit by this shit, not this shit. I mean, sometimes shit happens. Walk in the purple stuff versus getting hit by this. Always. Every time. Every time.
Let's go,
But
baby.
great job. that could have been sketchy. We could have easily had a death there. There were no deaths. I think we did have a little bit more raid dots out there just from people, getting on purple shit. So great job by the healers on this kill. Keeping us alive through that. Probably damage that we shouldn't have had.
Okay.
So same plan here. So that's just AMS to help smooth the damage. I mean, we're at 100% full. We're 100% full, but we use AMS on that first one always just to smooth. You see AMS got a little work in. We've only got 59k left in it. We're full HP. It's about to expire. Death strike there. We're good. So, so the plan here, ultimately, as we're phasing, we phase at 40%. I want to pick up this orb before the intermission happens, so I have it. And it seems like if you use the orb before the intermission begins, it'll still clear your debuff. If you use the orb, you carry it into intermission with you, and then you use it, it does not clear debuff. At least I think that's what we saw tonight. We tried that. So my goal is to take the breaths, pick up this orb, and as we're moving into P3, right as we're about to hit it, I'm going to just orb whatever I can, clear my own debuffs, and go into P3 as clean as possible. But, look, I've tanked Mythic end bosses. What's up, Murdoc? I've got CEs for the past 6 years, but one thing I have trouble doing is clicking on a fucking orb on the ground. I think I got one person there. I'm trying to click on this fucking thing. Barack, by the way, we just had this up. Fuck, this is going to be on a video I'm posting too. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. This shirt's old, man. Well done. And you got the hair too. It's good. It's really good. Okay, fuck. Fuck. I fucked it up. Wait. Oh, fuck. Did we lose it? Oh, fuck, we lost it. Idiot. Okay. So again, the goal is to pick up the orb and use orb before we transition into P3, which is 40%.
Fuck it.
So we have trouble picking it up.
Flipping now.
And we're acknowledging that we're moving boss. You can see we purposely put our pools kind of on this corner of the whole room, right? So this is as clear as we could get it, and we're going to use this room to just make our final stand. So we move the boss around a little more ahead of time. I get a good chance to beam here, so I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. That's an AoE taunt there. That's a nice one. We saved that one. Same thing that happened, right? Same thing that happened in P1. Statue comes down somewhere. We see right away the AoE taunt. Fucking click it. God damn, it's difficult, man. It's super difficult. But we're quick. Our old man reactions kicked in, and we taunted the boss. And look at that. There's the fucking thing. So we got it. But we have a null barrier major going right now with Vamp, and I think we're going to trinket this as well. I mean, we're super healthy. We've got RP to Death Strike. It's expiring.
Gonna beam.
Oh, we're fine. So we're beaming. We did announce it, but just kind of, let the flow go. Let the flow go. Enjoy that free flow. As you get older, it gets more difficult. So we're phasing now, right? So again, we beamed, and we got rid of how many stacks? We had 15 stacks, right? If we didn't do this, I mean, we don't need this beam to kill these ads. It's helpful. Might as well. Why not do this? But now those stacks are gone. So that's just extra damage that we don't have to deal with throughout the remainder of the fight. So I really liked this move, and I think I think that was Brag's idea. So great job on that. So here we're transitioning. So tanks are marked. I really like when tanks are marked. That's a good trend. If I could, I know I'm a peon here, but if I could have any input, I would just say mark the tanks all the time. But it's not my business. Okay, so we're breathing. Old man eyes, man, So we are our plan here for the breast coming down, because we have breast now in Mythic, we're going to just skirt the line to limit the movement that we have to do to keep damage and healing higher and just, be good. So we're skirting the line. We have someone calling. We're baiting the first one to the center there. You saw us all move. Someone just called it. So we're moving to the near side. And this is where we're making our final stand, right? So our puddles go in the back. Tanks are running Heart of Darkness away from the raid. We just coordinated that amongst ourselves. We kind of knew what we were doing. It doesn't matter where or how you go. Just do it some way that you guys are both, comfortable with, right? We just got a call to move to the other side. Like the boss doesn't even have to move. That looks nice, right? So this is the swap here. It's going to be on the Desolation. Since I'm the big slow DK, I get a life grip here. I mean, don't even have to call for it. Look at that right away. Boom. And I just chill in here. I mean, that doesn't even hurt because so many people are stacked on me. Don't get hit by the breath on the way back in.
Let's go,
and I'm just stacking on
pedal.
Bragg. So we're listening for calls. We're moving now. We've got a Heart of Darkness. This Heart of Darkness was tricky for us. I think maybe the first time we did it. You're here. You think, I've got to run away from the boss. Like, here's a big open spot, but remember, breaths are coming also down the lane. I think it's easy to, maybe first time you see that, to make that mistake. So my taunt's coming up here. Bragg's much more mobile, so he's going to get his, whatever the fuck it's called. There it is. We've got a breath coming as well, right? So he's moving. That's good movement. That's a good spot for a Brewmaster, right? We've got breath coming down this lane, and he needs to move back to soak. DK without the grip would have a lot of trouble with that. So we had melee assigned to come stack with me there, just for that short amount of time, just to kind of help. Taking heavy damage here.
Gotcha, bro.
So we talked about this movement a bit. This was kind of where we wiped a couple times. I think I could have maybe done a better job with that. But we just communicated a little bit more on this one just because we've got this runaway and a breath coming immediately. This is probably the hardest part of the fight, at least on the tanking side, just with movement. So a big move here. I'm using my trinket just to kind of help stay alive. I did a health pot and health potion there. And I mean, I'm happy I did. I still haven't procced Purgatory, so I'm like, I'm alive. I'm good. I've still got Vamp and AMS. So I'm calling for grip here. We're just a little bit far back, but we're good. Dodging a breath. Really getting fucked. Got to get back into range for death striking. Here we go. Okay, so that I couldn't keep up with. And I had no speed there. I can't speed potion, so here, this is going to kill one of us. How did we get out of that? We got dispelled? I don't know who did that dispel, but somebody did. That was an excellent dispel. Okay, so let's take, what's our situation? We have breath coming. We're going to be taking the boss here. Let's see what we do. Okay, so we're back. We're in Purg. So that's my Purg Weekora, by the way. I love this Weekora. I wrote it. It highlights and it tells you how deep into Purg you are. And when you're out of Purg, if you pull yourself out, it desaturates. Null major. Fuck. Null major. Fuck. Okay. Maybe I pull it off. I don't think so. I think I don't pull it off. Okay, here we go. So we're in Purg. We death strike out of it.
Cap PS, Murdoc.
We at least icebound, and we panic called for PS. And Null Major is just sitting there, looking like
Let's go, baby.
It would have killed the boss. Fuck. Sometimes chicken, sometimes feathers. But man, really good kill. I really enjoyed that fight, especially after doing Soccer Boss. That was a lot of fun. Great job. So that's probably enough on that.